Welcome back. Very good evening. It's Monday, September 23rd, 2024. And as I said, welcome back to my channel, arunfoot, here on YouTube. My name is Arnav Chaudhary. And those of you who might be watching it live or might be watching deferred, if you haven't, do like, share, and subscribe the channel. And let's talk about the happenings in Indian football. Those of you who just witnessed an exciting, thrilling game between Mohun Bagan Super Giant against Northeast United, in which the Mariners scored a 3-2 comeback victory to get their first 3 points of the ISL campaign on the board. And that's the positive side of things. But again, they conceded 2 goals. Defensive unit, still, I guess, a discussion point for Molina. And I have to say, I really like the way Northeast United approached this game, tried to really play, tried to win, tried to give their everything. But again, maybe a little unlucky with the second goal for Mohun Bagan. We can talk about that, let's see. Even though they lost, loved how Northeast United FC played today. Febin, I agree with you. The way they played, it's just, to me, if they do a little bit of better finishing, let's see how they progress. But they look, need to win these matches. And again, what I said on Saturday about Mumbai City, I think sticks to Northeast United as well. If you've got these kind of matches when you drop points, going to be difficult. And for Mohun Bagan, again, yes, 3 points. I think that will, reduce their nerves overall. But still, to win a game like this, let's see. Greg is better than Hugo. Abhishek, let's wait and see. Can someone please explain me how Greg Stewart becomes the man of the match? Honestly, some of the talking points on TV today were, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know, really. I think it's a goal because goalkeeper not collect properly. Sachin, to me, I think it's not about the collection. It's the question of Subhashish Bose having a contact with the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper's on the ground. So for me, it's not the ball, but he hits his arm, and Benali said in the post-match conference he's bleeding and he hit his head. That is the reason for me that the goal doesn't stand. And that is not even discussed on television. That is poor broadcasting today. Sorry to say, I normally don't do that. But today I felt, that was very, very poor. When you've got the replay, you've got the perfect replay. You see that he touches his head and he touches his arm. Forget hands on the ball. That is the foul. That the referee doesn't see it in that melee, okay, get away with it. But the commentators don't see it, and the commentator has to be made aware after the broadcast by the head coach of one of the teams. Wow, that was... let's see. Deepu, impressive. Yeah, Vignesh, impressive. I have to say, great goal by Dipendu Bishash. Getting better. So, who knows? Maybe there is something that is unearthing. It was a Northeast United match to win. That was a foul. Yeah, Mayank, I agree with you. Hi, Manolo was not Bose goal should have stood. As I said, to me, foul. And it's not a question of does he have his hands on the ball, Subhashish Bose. It's dangerous play. According to my understanding, is dangerous play. And that is what needs to be called off. If he has his hands on the balls or not, that doesn't mean he hits the goalkeeper. That is what counts. Hi, Vaman. Welcome back. Yes, I am doing well. Northeast Barcelona of India. Again, these kind of comparisons that some of you guys make, where is Barcelona? Where is any Indian football team? Mohun Super Giant could have won, but still not convincing. They will struggle all season with Molina. Horrible defense. Bose was horrible. Yeah, my question would be, an interesting one is that he starts with 3 foreigners, right? An interesting one. Again, in defensive setup, I don't think, the defensive setup is a question anyway. Attacking, I don't know what was his idea. I don't know what you guys felt, but Dimi Petratos is not in that groove that Dimi Petratos needs to be in. He still needs to be better. You've now got option with, Cummings doing what Cummings does. He's a poacher. Whenever he gets the chance, he scores goals. And on the other side, You've got McLaren also slowly coming in. So Molina now has options, but again, as long as he doesn't sort us defense, his team will not be scoring 3 goals every day or 2 goals every day. So therefore that's going to be the concern, because Northeast had chances to score a third or a fourth. Northeast is hard football, I guess my mind wants to say. Bose again, poor defense, yeah. Had his problems with Jitin MS, yeah. And Manolo says, what was Bose doing? This ice is not an easy one. All the possession masterminds like Mumbai City FC, FC Goa, Odisha FC, Mumbai Super Giant struggling. Seems like direct ball is the way this ice. Mayank, I said that over the last few days. It's match day 2. And I think the problem of these teams all of them that you've mentioned, that their defensive units are not intact. If their defensive units are intact, then possession football will work again. And again, at the end, I guess the quality over a whole season shows itself. And that's, I think, all these teams will at some stage show their quality. So let's see what the other teams do. There will be surprises. But I think that, these teams will move slowly, but clearly to the top again. Hi, Iconlon. What do you think Mumbai has to work on? We didn't get the start we wanted. Very simple. Finishing up front and better defensive unit at the back. I think if that's the thing that Mumbai City needs to work on. If you sort those things out, Mumbai City will surely be challenging for the top. And I surely have the trust. And again, that these kind of matches, they will be able to turn around. So that's the point for Mumbai City. So for me, nothing lost. Let's wait and see. Mumbai City will get its chances, its opportunities, and then they just need to turn things around, and then let's see what they're going to be able to do. In that kind of situation, always goalkeeper are saved by referee because of protection, but today real life has arrived with referee blunders. I am not, Manolo, I'm not sure if it's a blunder. I would not go as far as to call it a blunder. I think that most probably the referee didn't see what was happening. Again, yes, and then that is a mistake. But again, it's not something that one would we will go and talk about on and on. Errors I'm used to in ISL, but what enrages me more is that the commentators has gone blind. As someone who works as a commentator and as an expert, errors, that is something you see again, that behind the goal view clearly shows that there is contact between Shubhashish Bose and the goalkeeper. And that is the thing that the commentators have to see. And again, you realize that the expert starts off saying, hey, listen, there wasn't a contact, mistake by the goalkeeper, is that everything? And then, of course, the goalkeeper did a mistake, no doubt about it. And he doesn't even talk about why the goalkeeper does the mistake. Does he see that it's raining heavily, that, grabbing onto the ball in that situation might be a problem? So then, is that the so-called expert is then, that is the question I would like to ask. Is then the expert really an expert? But anyway, who's asking the answer? Right. Shillong Lajong get new partnership. Very good. My fans are saying Otis also robbed of a penalty. Is that true? I don't. When and where was Northeast robbed of a penalty? I didn't see that. Should Bo should not be near national team? Yeah, no, that's the problem. Liston's very selfish player. Coach should make him aware it's a team game. He do this national team too. Yeah, Abhishek. Yeah. His second goal was blunder by referee. Avijit, I wouldn't say that the second goal was a blunder by the ref. I would think, happens. Sad as it is, happens. What do you think? I've seen both Mohun Bagan Super Giant and Mohun Bagan. For me, Mohun will look better because their defense is much more stable than Mohun Bagan Super Giant, and they have a very good CDM, which Mohun Bagan Super Giant lacks. Yeah, I stick to what I said. To me, Mohun Bagan Super Giant CDM, again, there's too much of pressure on Apuya, that he is the man who is sort of supposed to safeguard their defensive interests. And I don't know what you guys thought about Tom Eldred. Looked a little shaky to me. Ashish Rai and Shubhashish Bose didn't have the best of games. Yeah, overall, and Mohun Bagan, of course, two dead ball situations, and the third one, of course, Northeast United not properly structured, so yeah, that's the situation. But again, yes, I agree. Mohun Bagan, Mumbai City, I'm not worried. Let's put it this way: if they don't get a win in the next 2-3 games, then I would start getting worried because to me, very, very clearly, let's see what happens. Again, to me, 2 matches played. Let's see. Who's the best team to know? I think Mohun Bagan. Chetan, how do you come to that proposition? I mean, if I want to say who's the best team till now, look at the table. Yeah, and they have impressed. I mean, it would be amongst BFC, Punjab, not Jamshedpur. Honestly, Jamshedpur again. People will trash me for that saying that, but I thought both of the games were fluke wins because FC Goa and Mumbai City have themselves to blame for not winning those games. But I think Punjab FC is the one who have impressed me the most so far. But are they the strongest, best? Again, I know you guys love that comparisons, this, that, everything. Too early to make those comparisons. Who will win championship? Mama, I said Mumbai City, and I don't need to change my opinions now. It's round 2 again, and we'll speak in March, April. I might be right or I might be wrong. That's the reality of things. Hi, Anurag. Yes, I saw Subhashish Bose's goal today. To me, it was a foul. Simple. No doubt about it. Foul. And it's not about does the goalkeeper have his hands on the ball. For me, it's more important that he is running into the keeper, hits the keeper on the arm and on the head, and he's on the ground. That's dangerous play, and that needs to be called off. Both goals were quality counter-attack goals by Northeast United. Jitin composed on that final pass. Manolo, Bima Mayer, the first one, I mean, he pays the pass, gets the ball back, and I mean, that technique to score that first goal, that technique is exquisite. That is a world-class goal. It is really, really, and the second one, was a counter-attack to perfection. But again, to me, if Jitin plays the one or the other pass better, there's more goals for Northeast United in there most probably. But that counter attack, Ajay also with that placed shot, wow, want to see more goals like that. 50-50 call thi, but goalkeeper should have been given advantage. Chetan, again, my opinion on this is totally different because I'm not talking about if it's a 50-50 thing, it is not a 50-50 thing. Subhashish hits the goalkeeper. That's a foul. I am not talking about both hands on the ball or not, right? See the video replay from behind the goal. You will see he hits the keeper. And if Binali after match says, listen, he's got a cut over here, well, that doesn't come from the grass. A win, but still a lot of problems in our team. Yeah, Palash, Mohun Bagan has a lot of work to do, but mentality, a win is always better than a draw, right? 2 goals again. You never know how these matches then turn things around in a team, right? These kind of results, and with Cummings in there now, with McLaren slowly coming back to fitness, I think Mohun Bagan will slowly but surely become stronger. The 2 goals today from Northeast United were absolute cracks. Yes, Chetan, 100%. As I said, two really brilliant. The second one, a brilliant counter-attacking goal, and the first one, the technique from Bima Mayer was just insane. If you really want this kind of controversial goals to be less than implement VAR, then the blame game becomes less. Shyam, yeah. But again, then you have other discussions. So you move the discussion from here to there. Again, these goals will not happen, but then other things will happen. With this kind of performance, you think Mohun Bagan Super Giant can survive? Manolo, they're surviving, right? 4 points on the table, got to the Duran Cup final. So for me, last season they were even worse off at some stage, right? And then they turned it around. So therefore, Mohun Bagan Super Giant is such a big team, has such depth in the squad. Don't count them out. The only thing, again, as I say, the question for them will be if that missing link in defensive midfield will be an issue or not. Mohun Bagan changed their style of play with Mumbai mostly playing as a winger, not as a right wing back. Conceded 2 goals, more to worry than North East. I agree. Yeah, they have to worry. I would have to worry more. I think North East United has to worry about one thing, and that is not winning. And that is the worst thing to worry about in a football game. You can do everything right, but North East United didn't finish off the game. They should have scored a second after leading 1-0. Again, got in, yeah. But didn't get a second goal advantage. And then this game is most probably dead. But didn't happen. Very good evening gear on rare. Worry about Tractor, need all the foreigners or at least all the foreign defenders and midfielders. Palash, none of them will be traveling. No European or Australian will travel to Australia. If I was running a team, I am involved. Let's say I was with Mumbai City and we were playing Nasaji last season in the Champions League. I would not travel to Iran. I would not even think of traveling to Iran. I've got a German passport. So therefore, none of these guys will travel. If any one of these guys travels and something happens, I want to see that crisis with the Aussies or a Scotsman or a Spaniard over there stuck. If Mohun Bagan get those guys to travel, wrong, because that is something that most of the teams, even in the Champions League, don't do these days. Mohun Bagan are averaging to concede 3 goals per match. Yeah, 2+, not 3. For me, PFC is best till now in all departments. Yeah. Kitchen should be given chance now. He's proved enough. Yeah, but again, he also showed to me today in 3-4 situations. He did that brilliant combo with Ajair. But then on the other occasions, he was like typical Indian winger and then, not playing the pass that he should to, especially towards the end before coming off, I felt. For me, Northeast is the winner today because they pressed really well and kept ATK under pressure. But they're not the winner. Get on rare. It doesn't matter how good you were. At the end, the results counts. Right? That's why people say Khalid Jamil is a great coach, because he gets the results. So at the end of the day, results, whatever Joy Mohun Bagan, I think Tom should play with more stability. Liston should not be selfish. The positive thing, Dipendu played well. What do you think, sir? Yeah, Abhijit, totally agree with you. If Dipendu can grow, that's good. Defensive stability is going to be a question. We are needed, but that's not happening, so I'm not discussing it anymore. It's a genuine draw, even as a Mohun Bagan fan. Draw would have been a 2-2, most probably would have been a fair result. No hate, but I see Mohamed Surah's worst Indian players. They all should be benched in the national team. Very mediocre. Private agent, who is world class from the Indian players? Your take on Molina. Blue, I'm not sure what to think about Molina after today's match, because you've got options. You're playing 3 of your foreigners. Of course, you utilized your bench, and that in the end did win you the game. But is this tactical game, substitutions? Again, today you'll say substitutions are right, against Mumbai City substitutions are wrong. But again, let's see what he does. But but these kind of guys can turn it around, 2-3 wins after this, and suddenly everything is fine. So therefore, but he's not as defensively set from a mindset as Quadrat, but he's also got a defensive mindset, and that is an interesting one. Commentator said Mohamed Surah playing with 2 number 10s in first half with Craig and Dim. Which team does that? There are teams who play in a 4-3-2-1 sort of formation. So you can do that, right? So you can do that. The question is, how do you utilize them? Do you play them as parallel 10s? Does someone play as an 8 and then the other not? Does someone of those two then play as a false number 9? There are different options. So therefore, it doesn't have to be wrong. Mohun will not win like last season until Liston will stop playing. Yeah. Do you think Molina is improving or no improvement? There's one improvement, Blue, and that's the result. That's the improvement of the day, because the team conceded 2 and could have conceded more. I think that's the reality of how things are. And again, I think they need to be honest enough internally and say, listen, guys, this is at the moment not good enough, right? I think that conversation needs to be had, and that's going to be the challenge for Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Do you understand that at the moment the way that's the thing. Right, 20 minutes plus already. Those of you who are watching, those who might be new, welcome to my channel, ArunFoot. My name is Ranav Chaudhary. If you like what you're seeing, do leave a like here on the channel. If you like to see more and maybe come back on a regular basis, do come back. 1,736 subscribers at the moment. So thank you to all of you who've been subscribing for a long time or might be new. And so far we've got 9 likes to this video. Also on the other videos that I have been creating and making, created something today on the topic of regarding the future of Indian football series, basics of football, what I feel are the basics of football. Yesterday done, which has got a lot of views regarding Meghalaya government investing or allotting land to Northeast United to build an academy. So do have a look at the daily sort of videos that I do also as well. How Mohun Bagan gets away always with bad performances, thing to do research. Yeah, Chetan, there are multiple teams around the world. Huh? Sir, I think I-League has more speedy than Manvir Liston and Shubhashish. Yeah, but are they going to play? Are they not going to play? Are they going to be better? That's then the question, right? Commentator said false 9 and false 10 means Greg played in centre forward and they miss center attacking midfield and first half. Yeah, they were dropping, playing, changing, swapping. 5-0 in favour of Tractor when all Indian lineup played. Manolo, Mumbai City did that last season, right? So therefore, wouldn't be surprised. What's your thoughts on Liston Kulasa? I do not find him to be an empress as the letters have made him out to be. Dorian Gray. Liston is a typical Indian winger. Got maybe 1 or 2 good actions, and the rest of the match you think, why does he play football? Most of them remind me of that. That's an Indian. It's an Indian winger's disease, I feel, these days. Didn't watch the match but kept checking the score. Was shocked to see Bose in Dipendu as goal scorer. Yeah, dead ball situations, right? Dipendu really, really good header, and overall dependable. Let's see. Dipendu's performance today, reaction. It's the cat. I thought he played well. Again, forget the goal. That's a bonus. But his main job is defender. So let's see. Sir, if foreigners are not allowed in London, how Al-Nassr with Ronaldo played there some time ago? Because it was last year. I think look at the current political climate, right? Look at what's happening in Lebanon. I don't think you want to be stuck as an European in Iran with all the things that are happening in the Middle East. And Palash, the same answer to you. At the moment, I wouldn't travel. And again, from India, that's the reality. John Dade, what do you make of the game? The second equalizing goal of one. The second goal, as I said, foul. For me, it's not even the thing that he's on the ball, but to me, it's more important than Shubhashish hits out on someone who's on the ground because he's rushing in, and that contact to me is a foul, and therefore that's a foul. Overall, scrappy game. Northeast United to me looked actually better. Northeast scored 2 great goals, but Mohun Bagan were able to turn it around. So therefore, that's the bonus. But the defensive problems of Mohun Bagan still remain. The way Palash said, need all fun against the next game of SA2 shows the matter do not care about only legacy, not the Indian players' development. Yeah. Ashish Rai is very shaky defender. Most goals are scored because of his mistakes. Your opinion? Yeah, he's shaky, but mistakes are happening all over the field. So therefore, just to blame him would be too easy. Replace both with any other player, Mohun Bagan Super Giant will improve. Name me that player in their squad who can replace him. That's, again, guys, that's an easy one. Take him out. Who do you put into that position? Who is the player to come into that left back position or that left centre back position? Who can replace Shubhashish Bose in Mohun Bagan squad? Guys, do we realize that we have problems in certain positions across the field in Indian football? Sahal today influence and fair share of direct impact on the game. He had one impact, and that was crucial, and that was he set up the goal. If CFL can implement goal line technology from Jadavpur University, then why not build some cheap tech of our own? I'm pretty sure our universities and labs can do easily. Was that goal line technology actually used? I haven't heard anything since they said they would use it. Is it being in use? And secondly, goal line technology actually needs to be cleared by FIFA. I don't know how they're using that. Right? But anyway, hey, listen, this is how it is. Second goal of Mohun was foul. Yeah, Shinjo, I said that. Tapan Manwe was the worst player on the pitch. Yeah. I think I saw some players in I-League which were very flexible as wingers, and they deserve to play. I said the dribbles, they also take a one-on-one, 1-1-2 also. Zigzag, they're playing I-League. And an I-League player comes to an ISL normally, a lot of them struggle. So therefore, just to say, listen, he plays I-League and he can do it the same in the ISL, I don't think so. I have a different one in the second goal. Shubhashish was charging towards the ball. The goalkeeper said, our body was not there. Hands are not enough to call it a foul. Hands means have to control the ball. The goalkeeper's head and or body were not in the way. Polish, watch the video footage of the contact. The player has a nice scar on his arm. Very nice. If foreigners are not safe in Iran, then our Indian has a relationship with Iran. So, yeah, I would think so, yes. Say about Aussies and Scots being in danger, but Chanton, what about Indians? Well, I mean, the players be safe. I would say so because India has a relationship with Iran. That's what I said tomorrow. That's why that's a different thing, right? So, Dipendo, Aldred, Alberto, backline, Bosa. Alberto's injured. Manolo. And if you're going to put in Alberto, you're going to have only two attacking players. They're playing now. They today somewhat played a four-man backline. I felt when Bosa was a left back. One thing is for sure, ISL clubs' game get improved, especially clubs like Northeast United, Odisha. More ISL clubs now think about to join ISL for sure. Okay, if you think so. So yesterday I was watching highlights of India. Noticed that Rahim Ali is good at using his chest to influence the crosses and then using his quick and speed to go into danger positions. Okay, Shokas, or really our MA ranking depends on our performance in ACL, so put your development, which is somewhere else. Yeah, as if Mohun Bagan, East Bengal, Mumbai City, Odisha, all of them have done great jobs in the last few years in working on our MA rankings. Why don't Mohun Bagan AIFF talk to AFC to play the match at a neutral venue like Saudi or Qatar? Do you think that if teams from other nations are going now, let's say Saudi Arabia is sending its team now, Saudi Arabia, Iran, not the best relationships. Do you think that if India say, hey, we won't play, no one will listen to us? I have seen the stand-up as enough to recognize. Okay. So have you seen this thing which was any plan also takes more very easy? Zigzag, you have to be clearer. Palash, this is not hate towards Mohun Bagan. It is just, that there are facts that certain set of fans don't want to accept. Be it Mohun Bagan, East Bengal, Blasters, especially, even sometimes BFC fans don't want to accept facts. Right? So that's the reality. So therefore, if someone says it, you don't want to even accept it was a foul. So what are we talking about? So have you seen first thing for Northeast United FC takes on one very easily? Yeah, but he couldn't do that today, right? Again, Zigzag. You want one day you do it, you don't do it every day. Today was 4-back. Can Ashik play left back or is he left winger? To me, he's a left winger. He's an attacking player. Ashik hasn't played for a whole year. Don't forget that, right? So for me, that's something. We will see how these best players of India claimed by Mohun Bagan Super Giant fans perform against Tractor. Listen, I won't even get into that Tractor discussion because with foreigners or without foreigners, normally we will lose, right? So therefore, for me, my question, it's not a question, right? And we all need to accept the level of Indian football at the moment at the continental level, be it the national team, be it what Mohun Bagan, Odisha, East Bengal, and Mumbai City have played over this season and last season. So therefore, this is something of a reality, right? So therefore, that's a reality. Well, last 2 years, Indian clubs done nothing in AFC, so better to think about player development. Garen Red, I wouldn't say that on a continental level. That is, again, that is rubbish. To me, that is, to talk in that way is rubbish, because any team plays to win, right? Be it Mohun Bagan, be it Mumbai, be it Odisha, East Bengal, whoever's played, right? If you want to think about player development, it's not Asian, even the ISL is not your level, but sort out your grassroots and youth football. I think that is the conversation we need to have. Not talking about the foul, but I was talking about the foul, right? Because you were not willing to accept that it's a foul. Hi, Kumar. What has Mono done with foreigners against Rafshan? Yeah, but again, guys, what do we expect from our teams? What are we expecting from our teams, right? So we expect these, and again, all these teams look ragtag, right? I mean, that's the reality. So to me, if you expect anything special from our teams at the moment, we've seen what they've done, what they're doing. And don't expect if a BFC or if a PFC, Northeast United or Jamshedpur, all these teams would suddenly go to Asia, they're not going to cut it. By the way, Ref Sports is leaking Mohun Bagan lineup. What is happening? Blue, this lineup, we've had these topics, right? We've had this also with the national team, right? With certain journalists leaking it. So, yeah, it's happening. If you want to play the foreigners, then we're having players and others are saint. Punish, yeah. Again, I don't think so, but again, ask the others. I don't think so. Gurpreet had an interview with Bear and Biceps, and he said that Suresh is the most hardworking, underrated player in the squad. Your opinion that Chamch is the best player in India? Yeah, I think he didn't say anything which surprises me. I've seen Suresh for a while, and Chante is the best player. Yeah, I mean that's factually proven. But again, even Chante needs to be consistent, right? So have a player qualified to play in Thai League, J League, K League? No, we don't. Zigzag, very simply. Molina is expert in making a draw. Even if Mohun Bagan can maintain in a tough time, I will praise him. Yeah, but at the moment, again, and let's see. Give him time. If he has time, I don't know if he has time, and then we'll see. So I can't decide about whom to release from my fantasy team. Bipin or Liston, both were pathetic. Yeah, Blue. Difficult decision. Now, if a new constitution comes into place, a contract which was signed by the AIFF and FC will not be valid. This is what said by Ranjit Bajaj. Kumar, start following other people. I don't work in football or anything, but Suresh comes up as that guy who sees spot and seen by seniors. Sorry to say, not sorry. And that Dorian Gray to me proves you don't understand. India U20 FC qualified matches, first match against Mongolia on September 25th. Yeah, that should be the one that we need to win, and then let's see what happens after that. They leaked Tangle to play against Australia, isn't it strategy leaking? Yeah, but who does it help? Have you watched the Russian match? You've only used 3 foreigners, some parts clearly, and your players are not enough. That's why we want to use foreigners to win. Yeah, but it wasn't good enough, right? Did foreigners, ISL player contribute to Indian player? Well, surely some of the players are better because of playing or training regularly with the foreigners, but the quality needs to be better, right? The quality of our players need to be better. And that's why I made a video on the topic of basics in football. I think our biggest challenge is that our players are not good with the basics, right? So as long as our players are not better with the basics, we will not develop and we will not evolve. I think that's our biggest struggle at the moment in Indian football, that our players are not good with the basics. And then, you see in a match today, right? Ajarai, the way he's controlling the ball. placing the ball. You see Greg Stewart doing it. Cummings knows where to stand to score the goal, right? Where are our players in these kind of situations? Sir, how a new ISL team is playing better and even almost beating ISL teams? Talk about Mohammedan is the level between our league ISL as. No, I wouldn't say that. I think Mohammedan last season had certain players who potentially were ISL level, and especially the foreigners. And to me, some of the Indians that they have or brought in have strengthened the team to a level that they can compete to a certain level. But again, we saw the finishing. Alexis Gomez, good player, like that guy. But again, his finishing, or not in him, but even Franca, if their finishing was better, they could have won. Will Munina sec next international window? Vignesh, he won today, so let's see. Molina was ATK with same kind of tactics, even more with same tactics. I feel you need to learn from past and you can earn success for sure. Kieran Rare, this is the kind of GAN that you might be willing to give to a Molina, but I am out of that. I would never tell a Molina, or would you tell a Jose Mourinho to change his tactics? These guys play in a certain way. You need to know that when you bring them in, that they will play in a certain way. Habas plays in a certain way. Quadrat is playing a certain way, right? On the other side that Kratky, Des Buckingham, Sergio Lobera, Juan Fernando want to play in a different way. Khalid Jamil plays in a certain way. So therefore, if he thinks the way he wants to play and it's worked for him, he'll work with it. Will he change? There's a lot of coaches that even at the top level, they will not change. India U20 expectations. Showcast, I have none. If we get something out of this, I'll be happy. Sir, in which league our players can go? Zigzag into none. Who will take the players? The first question is look at the salaries that our players get. So these are the things that we need to remember. I think we have a quality problem. You said we can't play possession-based football. Can we play low game? Morally, I don't think so. Bosco was clearly a foul committed on Gurmeet by stepping in his left hand to release the ball towards goal. Yeah or no? But not seen by the ref. If bases are not good, how come they play for India or left no other option? No other option, Morali. Do you think Molina can evade sack? How much possible do you think? Oh, blue, Again, if he had drawn today once more, now with matches against Mohammedan and East Bengal coming up, that surely, but the season is long, so let's wait and see. Because they're unrealistic expectation. When will you come up in Supreme Court? Kumar, I don't know. I can look up in the stars. Nobody knows. This case has been up for a while. Nothing has happened. So yeah, welcome to Indian judicial system, messing up Indian football. Suresh is a worry. I feel he's missing passes like Brandon can show betray his game. He is a defensive midfielder, Morali. He's not an attacking player like Brandon. So East Bengal is going to court for the match result issue against Kerala. I just heard this news. It's a joke, Gero Rare. I hope it is a joke. I think it's a meme online, not happening. Is match fixing something that actually happens to us? If so, how? Dorian Gray, as far as I know, no. But who knows? So what's your birthday date? October 30th is my birthday. Molina looks more defensive than Habas. Yeah. Was that a valid goal? Deepak, no, to me. Yeah. To me, it was a foul. I don't know if Molina was a defensive-minded coach from the start. He was the coach of Kichi SC back in 2015 that dominated the league. Yeah, but that was Kichi and that was Hong Kong. But in India, the Indian circuit, sorry. And Kichi had some cult following in ASEAN circuit. Yeah, they have. They still have. La Biaknya, Indian top scorer of our league, wasn't picked by any ISL team. So was he not good enough or any other reason? Yeah, most probably the people thought he was not going to be an impact player. Again, the focus is on foreign strikers. Is playing low block is difficult. We don't have quality defender. We don't have quality defender. That's the problem. Well, now in that case, Arteta built the Arsenal from counter-attacking style to possession. He changed one season. After one season, he built the Arsenal. Kumar, you're talking about Arteta and you're talking about Arsenal. You're talking about players with which you can work. But will a Pep Guardiola, will a Klopp change overall their system? No, they won't. Right? I am doing well, Amol. National team camp will start after the 5th. 5th is the last match day of the ISL, and then it takes a 2-week break. So therefore, after the 5th, India will start training. Bangalore FC looking good this season. Yes, so far, BFC have looked good, looked strong, but again, have played only at home. So therefore, that will be interesting to see when they have to play away from home, how they play. Suresh is like Casemiro, best as a DM and workhorse, but coaches need to know how to use him or performance might drop. Yeah, showcast. So I have to share something on Twitter, but cannot. What is the reason? I don't know. Normally people can send me. The stadium is not held accountable when asked why match is not held. When we ask, they say the case in the court, but why is it reached mismatch with negligence? Monali, state affairs and has nothing to do with the court cases. Some states do it, some states, let's see. Lalbia was injured. He failed one medical test. Yeah, but they looked at him, but they didn't, and in the end, again, what? Competing with Suhail Bhatt for place in the CFL, for him, it's better than to play I-League. If East Bengal replace Kota, I think they should look beyond the season. Yeah, Roshan, let's see. The question is, I don't think that they will look beyond the season because they will look, for them, it's about salvaging the season if they look at things, I guess. Mohammedans look like most stable team in Kolkata right now, and yeah, Buffaloes looks like it. But again, let's see. Beknia wanted to join Mohun Bagan Super Giant. He joined the early practice, but had a serious injury from last season, so the manager has to wait and watch. Yeah, but for him, again, Palash or others, for me, a player like him joining, and at Mohun Bagan, he would go down as a CFL player. Of course, he would earn much more money and might sit on the bench once in a while in the ISL, but for his career, wouldn't make sense. May 25th, 2016, Kichi SC lost against Bangalore FC. Sunil scored brace in that game. Meanwhile, Lal Mpuya scored 1 goal. Proper Indian destruction, Kichi FC that day. 2016, huh? Year on year. Long gone. Another know about the Indian in one of our land cases in the court, but it will take 5 or 10 more years to get the judgment on the new constitution. Let's see, Kumar. Which you think will surprise us the most in the upcoming matches? I'm interested to see if Punjab can keep going like the way they have so far, because they've positively surprised. Welcome, Amol. Oh no, this year 4 clubs will get promoted to I-League 2 from I-League 3. So many teams will get promoted from I-League 2. 2 clubs are being promoted, Akash, from I-League 3 to I-League 2. And I've not heard anything in regard to I-League 2 to I-League 1. I think it's 1 or 2, depending on a few cases. Just saw a clear photo. Bo's foot was on Gurmeet hand. Benali was right. Yeah, he's got an injury. I mean, you will not talk about something that didn't happen. Is Hong Kong better than us in football? At the moment, I guess, Blue, yes, because even they have players of origin playing for them. Is there any chance in the realm of the possible for Marlon Marcus to call up Sunil to play for the national teams, in which they're still giving many of those in their 20s a run for their money? Dorian, over the weekend, I was speaking about this matter, I think in March, when the qualifiers start, and our situation might be the way it is at the moment. Manolo might in Feb, and Sunil is still scoring goals. He might call on Sunil and say, "Listen, Sunil, I might need you in the qualifiers." So let's wait and see. I wouldn't be surprised. It's happened around the world, so let's see. Franca looks phenomenal at Mohammedan. Akash, looking phenomenal is great, but I would rather say if he was scoring goals would be better. Which team played better today, according to you? Oh, Deepak, I think it was a drawn game. There were phases where Northeast United were better. There were phases where Mohun Bagan was better. So I think a draw would have been a fair result. Another nice video on Northeast United Residential Academy. Thank you, Kumar. Yeah, those of you who haven't watched it, do watch it. I do create or try to create sort of morning videos on topics of interest in regard to Indian football, and every if I can every day, and it's about Northeast United's Academy. Yesterday did something today on what I call basics of football. Saturday I've done something on what I call ethics in football, a big problem I think that we have in Indian football. So do keep watching those things, and those of you who might be new, do like, share, and subscribe. 18 likes so far on today's live stream and 1,738 subscribers to the channel. Thank you very much for those of you who've been there for a longer time, or those of you who might be new. Welcome to the channel. What actions AIFF are taking for youth coach development? They're doing courses, they're doing refresher courses, the usual things. The reason why I said state FA not accountable is because matches not happening regularly, because fighting among themselves for power and position because of that league has been halted. It's not happening everywhere, no, Murali. There are a lot of leagues happening, so you're generalizing again. Akash, I might be back next month. If Sunil may come back, it will be a great boost for Indian football. Maybe we can see different kind of support, but don't think it's easy to happen. It's easy to happen. If you need a 40-year-old to boost Indian football, then then get on there. We have a problem. Sunil will be just a short gap solution. So therefore, let's see. In 2016, Mohun Bagan destroyed Hong Kong's South China by 4-0 in their home. What a team it was. Yeah, those were the days, huh? Thoughts on Cummings' last goal, Jamie's debut? Cummings did what he does, right? He knows where to stand. If he gets the ball, he will put the ball at the back of the net. 10 out of 10. Yeah. So therefore, and Jamie, you saw he was a little rusty. He needs time. So give him time. I think those guys will slowly groove themselves in. This is the best opportunity for India under 20s to qualify with teams like Laos and Mongolia. The hard game will be against Iran. Punjab, Iran won't be a hard game. Iran is something where anything. If we can get anything out of the game against Iran, would be an upset. Even a draw would be an upset. So therefore, let's see. If Northeast can play ISL matches, that would mean Shillong Lachong could have a home for ISL. No. Yes. But again, there are the financial stuff in the background. So therefore, let's wait and see. Finally, Rajasthan United play in Rajasthan. Yeah. Deepak says, I don't think Sunil would return. Deepak, it's not what you think or what I think. It's a question of if and when that situation arises and Manolo asks him, it's for Sunil to decide. So therefore, let's wait and see. Ranjit Bajaj now in hindsight comes over as a grifter, which is hilarious because he clearly wants to be perceived as the messiah of Indian football. Yeah. Some people think they are, or they believe themselves to be the messiahs of Indian football, but are the destructors of Indian football. That's the reality these days. Do you think problem solving is a huge problem when I compare to other nations? They are solving it, but we are multiplying it? Yeah, very well said, Murali. And now can you do a podcast with Richard Hood? Yes, Kumar, I will try and do that. In 2023, Basundhara Kings destroyed Mohun Bagan Super Giant AFC Cup. Do you think that was simulation for India in Asia? No, it's the new reality for Indian football. We've lost to Bangladesh, now in the women's game on a regular basis, especially at youth level. So therefore, these things are happening now. I can just put the light on. Is John Abraham a majority stakeholder in Northeast United? He is the only owner of Northeast United at the moment, Deepak. Is budget the main problem and why North Korea is doing great? Adopt, they are getting good budget. Also, they have very low. Chetan, in North Korea, you'd only want to know how they drill their players and get results out of them. And in women's football, it seems to be working for them. Another one thing people missed is politics in sports is very common throughout the world. Yeah, Akash, very much. Do you think Roshan alternate Nikhil for right back? Roshan could be an alternative on the left and the right. Now Delhi is abusing more fans on WhatsApp. Palash, why are people getting into a conversation? That would be my question. Don't get into a conversation. Missed today's game, but based on the score, it seems that Mohammed looks to be better side. How did Northeastern play? Manolo, no. And see, that's the problem when you see, you look at a result and think a certain thing about a game. I think it was an even game, chances at both ends. And Mohun Bagan had luck on their side or maybe better quality on the bench, and that's why they won. So therefore, yeah, it could have ended 2-2, but it ended, or 3-3 or 4-4 even, but it ended 3-2 in favor of Mohun Bagan. Or it could have actually gone 2-3 also in the other favor. Why AFC allowing Tractor to play their home matches in Iran when most of the foreign players are not getting visas? Why Indian clubs are not appealing? Shoma, it happened last season to Mumbai City, and yeah, these are realities of Asian football, and one has to live with it. Mohun Bagan in 2016 had great players that time. Daryl Duffy, Sony Nordi, Luciano, Cornel, Glenn, Bello, Razak, destroying many Eastern Asian teams. Yeah, Banjo. I hear Germany good in sports science player injury management. Yes, Murali. Momo 2016-15 was the best in recent times. It was an I-League team. There have been much better teams in the ISL after that. Thoughts on controversial goal, Ankit? It was a foul. So, yeah. Do you think India will produce even a McLaren level player in your future is Asian level, I think? Don't see that. And why we're talking about McLaren, can we produce, uh, can we create Baichung Bhutias? Can we create Sunil Chetris? Do we have players of the talent of an IM Vision? Forget McLaren level. Let's talk about Indian level players. Can we create defenders of a quality of a Mahesh Goli, of a Deepak Mondal, of Gauram Singh? Do we have any young goalkeepers? I mean, if I look at the keepers today, right? Gurmeet is one of our best young keepers, supposedly, right? Some of the keeping was horrendous. And Vishal Kate, that was the one where the commentators were right. Why does he always flap on the ball? You might be doing it in the ISL. In national football, someone will be there and bang in the goal in. Do you think North Korea has some underrated talent? If they're playing, they would be strong. Their players have played. They've actually also naturalized North Korean origin players out of Japan. So they've done one, When we lost against Qatar and Kuwait, qualified, Ranjit has made a video that Kuwait has unregistered foreign players who don't have Kuwait pass, who don't know what happened after. Chetan, it's blah, blah. Yeah? If any of these things were serious, there would have been a case. There can only be one Manolo who is this fake one. You can become my assistant name to Mahesh Kali. Nice one, Manolo. Good joke. So, why European club establish scouts in Africa, not in India, and send a child in India and make a best player in India is also a big mark for these clubs. Because they want if they go to Africa, right, and they set up shop, they know that what they will get. With an Indian player, we don't have at the moment the level of talent that we can say, listen, our players can go and play in the, I don't know, not forget the top leagues, even small leagues in Europe. So these are all realities. I don't want to talk personal stuff, but at this moment it looks like Bajaj has zero intention to take his club to ISL or even to do well in I-League. Yeah, very right. In which department Indian football is progressing? Useless discussions. Hands off to John Ravindran. I mean, I'm a little surprised that he's bearing the expenses of entire team. Yes, Deepak is doing that. Thoughts on yesterday's Man City vs Arsenal game? Shomo, I just watched its highlights. 2-2. Arsenal had a huge chance to change things in their favor and put pressure on Man City, but in the end, City got the goal. 2-2. Looks like another season in which City will win the Premier League. It's not Iran's problem. Iran government, it's okay with players coming. Problem is travel advisory of Australia and European countries. Yeah. Also, like whenever Canoni has also claimed to bring foreign coaches and work in direct from producing Mohamed Salah. Again, ask the, I can't give you answers on those questions. Ask the concerned gentleman the questions. If you see him, and ask him what he's done. Ask him. This year, I'm loving ourselves. Team is like damn hot. Any team beat any opponent. You're on rare. We're early on, so let's see. You can't do not any consent. They literally bribe FIFA to host World Cup. Who? Okay. I still feel Vishal is not first choice keeper for India. What would be your three choice keepers for October? Gurpreet, Amrinder, and Vishal as number 3. I mean, Prabhsukhan at the moment doesn't deserve it. Has not played well for East Bengal. Is Germany affected by politics? Because we heard news that India football affected politics. They think it's international. Yeah, of course it is, but the system still runs, right? Sports politics everywhere. Yeah, so therefore that's a reality. You think Gurpreet career is shaped by going abroad, especially playing in Norway? If you stayed in India, I don't think it would be the same level. Yeah, agree. Don't watch City matches. You don't want depression. Manolo in money department in football doing well. Recently spoke with an admin lady of AIFF. I just said she immediately blocked me on LinkedIn. That shows how much they care. See, the point is, I do understand the other side as well. When you are subjected to these kind of things, and again, an admin lady at the AIFF is not a higher staff. She has no influence on what happens in football matters. So if you're asking her what should we answer you? Oh yeah, So therefore, yeah, happens. Sorry. What are India's chances against Vietnam? Oritro, let's see what kind of squad Manolo calls up. Yeah. So it's a 50-50 game when it starts, but of course Vietnam has home advantage, so they would be more favored. Gurpreet only played 3 games. Yeah, but that's good enough, right? Another one podcast about Shumo, he will never come on my channel because, exposure. As Bajaj was already blocked everyone. Okay. Apart from physicality, do you see any difference in Jigson Singh? Yeah, he's got a football brain on his head. Say, listen, negativity about Indian football, grassroots everywhere, sir, and I hope that in 10 years we have the best national team. Zigzag in 10 years, best team. I mean, just to think about it is wrong. Our aim needs to be that we get better, and that's the thing. At the moment, if I look at our scene of grassroots and youth football, where will the better players come from? No, but Johnson blocked me. Even he sent me a Delhi FC jersey last October when I visited India. I'm not joking. So Akash, then I should be blocking you. EPL become Farmer League. Yeah, Dark Knight. It's been a Farmer League for years, but no one wants to accept it. Lamine Yamal or Vinny or Jamal or Foden or Saka, who's the best winger in the world? I'm biased. For me, it's Jamal Musiala. Jingan also improved in Croatia. He was so solid before injury. At one time, fans were demanding to drop him. Chetan, he didn't train in Croatia. He got injured in the first training session, right? Ashik return news, yeah. Should be asked the question to Mr. or Senor Molina. If they play same way, I think the fans lose hope and India football followers will fall down. Yeah, but again, like, share, and subscribe. Reminder. Thank you very much. Happiness is Butterfly. Beautiful name as a short name here. Thank you very much. Those of you who haven't, do like, share, and subscribe, and support the channel as we try, try to speak about Indian football on a nearly daily basis. Met once with Vajana. She thinks he's like an AIFF officer of AIFF as attitude issues. Yeah, that's the reality. Take on Reliance, stay your age cup. Renal, it's a good thing. No? I think the question is not about the quality. It's a question of what this cup statement is. And again, one of the people this is supposed to address is the Mr. that we speak about. Please don't block me, Akash. Yeah, it was a joke. So why don't you do a session or live with Shaji, sir? Please do it before October. No, because he will not come on my channel. These are the kind of people, and I also don't want to give him a platform. People who are not doing good things for Indian football. Well, I know I'm talking about Victor Gyökeres. This guy is a beast. For me, he can be the best in a top team. Yeah, Shokas, because he's still playing at Sporting and he's not playing for a big team. Because playing at Sporting and then playing for a big team is a different thing, right? Structure issue will still remain same. Nobody trusts to solve it. We don't care. Yeah. I wonder why Indian footballers who get the opportunity to play in foreign clubs comes back to India so quickly. Is it only because of humongous amount of money in ISL? I need. See, Akash, there are two things. One thing, and of course, if I look at, for example, Gurpreet came back or Ashom Kumar came back because of the money that they've received in India. Yes, that's a fact, right? In the past, Baichung didn't make it. Baichung had to return. Sunil didn't make it, had to return. So to me, the money is an issue. Or a Sandesh goes abroad, wants to play abroad, gets injured, and then also has to realize, you know what, the standard is an issue. Best football worker you have watched in your lifetime? Chetan, there has to be 2006. The FIFA World Cup here in Germany, because I was watching a match every day, somewhere live. Was every day in a football stadium. That's great. The problem is we're not even able to produce another Bhutia Chetri Sandhu. We're only dressing. Yeah, that is Deepak. Very well said. How much money ISL coaches get for one season? Chetan, more than enough. I'm not going to disclose facts and figures here. Simon Grayson was a team for a long time. Second basically impacted his coaching life. I feel, yeah, maybe not. Maybe he didn't get the offers that he wanted. Simon Grayson surely got some offers. Maybe he turned them down, right? So therefore, yeah, it might be this way, it might be that way. But that's part of the realities of things of in the life of the coach, right? Sometimes you get a new job quickly. Sometimes it takes time. So yeah, sometimes it is the way. Was Spencer really given the offer to play for Watford U16 had to give up his in the past? Was really that good when he was young? I've heard the story. But I can't confirm it. I said yes, he could have played at Watford if he had a Portuguese passport, but I don't know if it's true or not. 70K per month. No, none of the coaches are getting that kind of money. But anyway, let's not get into that. So, see, that's the other problem. You think you know facts and figures, and actually you don't. And that's why I say you can read up as much as you can, but be sure also what are your sources. There are a lot of people spreading a lot of information. A lot of people are spreading. What was this a few weeks ago? Oh, you know what? Clubs are making profits. No club is even close to making a profit in Indian football, in Indian club football. Everyone's losing money, right? So that's the reality, So therefore, before you throw out these figures, get it cross-checked, So therefore, for me, yeah, some of the figures are inflated. Some of the figures might be right or might be wrong. Good evening, sir. Thanks for boosting our knowledge every day. Thank you, Ishan, for coming back every day or on a regular basis. I heard this kind of passport story so many times. Yeah, Akash, especially. Do you think Bhutia versus Kalyan is more of a tussle with two most popular political parties of India than welfare of Indian football? Baichung is in no big political party. So, no. I mean, where is the with all respect to those two guys, where is the welfare of Indian football being helped by these gentlemen at the moment? Is there any player playing for India who trained in Europe apart from Gurpreet? Ishan Pandita, Jay Gupta, Akash Mishra, so quite a few. Simon Grayson's son is also playing for Gateshead FC. Good player. He's age 25. Or maybe we can see him playing as well in coming years. And maybe he also want to play for BC. Yeah, well, let's see. Do you think after 10, 15 years, Indian football will applaud Mizoram for the grassroots works? I don't know. The grassroots work can only be judged if they are successful. In Ireland, approximately how much a coach makes in Iceland once a coach in India instead of staying on the seat when they want a job outside in India again. I'm not, as I said, happiness is butterfly. I'm not going to talk about figures, but staying on the CVs, no. I mean, Des Buckingham left Mumbai City to join Oxford United, got them promoted from League One, which is the third tier of English football, to the Championship, and is now with Oxford United Championship, coaching a Championship club, which is the second tier of English football. Coaches are not losing money, they are bleeding money. Clubs are not losing money, they bleed. Sorry, not coaches. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Dark Knight. Let me read it again. Clubs are not losing money, but they are bleeding money. Yes, you're right. Even Ayush Adhikari trained in Germany for a few years. Yes, and then you had a few months training of Jerry Lalinzwala, Anirudh Thapa, Prosenjit Chakravarti now plays locally in Kolkata and others. What was the game plan of Mohun, especially in first half on today's match? Live with Riton, I don't know. Because I was surprised with the options he has. And again, a foreigner, you have a foreigner because the foreigner is better than the Indian player. Let's be honest about that. And you're playing with 3 instead of 4. Didn't understand that logic. The amount of money Indian player receiving, where should be quality of Indian player playing? At least second tier of football in Europe, right? If you're talking Championship in England, Bundesliga 2, La Liga 2, that's the level. If established clubs like East Bengal and Molma are fighting and throwing millions of dollars over players like Anwar, then of course they will lose money. Yeah. But again, you also have, let's say, Chelsea, and throw money. But again, they have methods of recouping their money. That's a problem that we have in Indian football, and that's where where we're struggling at the moment. Right. Sorry, where did I miss it? So when will Indian players? So when you're overpaid, or is this a recent phenomenon? To me, it's been a phenomenon because I used to joke about this with Baichung and Renedy and others in the past. So therefore, for their standard of football, they were also overpaid. They were not, again, the level of how much they're overpaid today is much more than it was in the past. So that's I think that's the comparison I can make. If you're overpaying at this level, now you're overpaying at that level. So that's it's grown by X. Rahul KP misses an easy chance in last match against Ismail Wassi. He looks very shaky for a good time when he commented himself. I think Rahul KP should leave the Blasters and go somewhere else and focus on his football. Because he has this superstar thing around him. He's a very talented footballer, but he's, but he needs to, I think, go outside of Kerala and just focus on his football somewhere else and maybe get some different inputs also. Is it sad to see Thapa is not in form and past is out bad player? Yeah, of course, Mohan. Every Indian footballer who doesn't play well is a sad thing to see. No? Obviously, racism exists everywhere. It's also one of the factors which hinders them from excelling development when they try and go abroad. No, I don't think so. I think the problem is it's not racism. It's just that the stereotype that we are not good in football at some level is, Did you expect India winning against Thailand 4-1 in 2019 Asian Cup? No, Renan. I mean, I was lucky to be there, but I never expected that. Again, great match, and we had a great after party after that game. Apart from Indonesia and team, you think punched above the weight? Yeah, we recently saw Georgia, for example, right? Seen Philippines in the past. Yeah, a lot of teams. Second division of English football is so amazing because my eyes are saturated with low quality Indian football. When I watch European leagues and weekend, I just keep getting shocked. Yeah, Akash, that's understandable. Why big clubs like Mohun Bagan, Mumbai, Goa, Kerala fumbling in this ISL so far? Life on return, they're not settled, you know. So therefore, for me, um, yeah, it's let them settle down. I think for Mohun Bagan today was an important day to win. Blasters yesterday won with all the issues that are going in and around the club. Goa, Mumbai will also win their matches. Who's more corrupt, AIFF or FIFA? Retro? I wouldn't know. Another Shillong Lajong owner can sell the stake if they want to meet financially if they promote to ISL. Who's gonna buy, Kumar? You again, a lot of you guys come up with great ideas, but they don't work in an Indian football context, sadly. Who's gonna buy a stake? Who's gonna put in, let's say, 100 crores and say, listen, I'm buying a stake in Shillong Lajong? Is Shillong Lajong, what is the value of Shillong Lajong? What's the value of any of these Indian football clubs as entities or Indian sporting clubs as entities? They mainly do not own their infrastructure. They're worth nothing. 2011 AFC team as country which has better quality with more resources, I think still lack quality. 2011. What do you think about the playing style of Carlos Queiroz? Not impressive for me after seeing him for last 1 year. Yeah, Bishop, sadly, again, last season, I give him the benefit of the doubt. This season, with the quality he has, you saw it against BFC, right? He took a defensive approach for 70 minutes, didn't look good. Was forced to go more attacking, and East Bengal looked better. And he's more of a cup coach than a league coach, I feel. So therefore, I don't think that if East Bengal want to progress, they need a more. They need a coach who's willing to play a little bit more football than rather avoiding to play football. And the super time made young Indian players working less these days. I feel this can create a good problem in football. Yeah, it's a problem. Will you see Derby next month? In some sort of form or way, either online or maybe live. I don't know. Let's see. Manolo. AFC Asian Cup was expecting draw against Thailand. Okay, Dark Knight. Now, vision documents are common in India, releasing one after another. That is one quality, other football giants. How to do PowerPoint presentations. Okay, Kumar. So do you think Manolo do America with a senior team in near future? I wish him that. But I doubt that. I have certain doubts. Let's put this way. If he, I hope he surprises me and he does better. But at the moment, I have certain level of doubts if Manolo can really turn things around with India, because yeah, the team has to do better than what it's doing. And again, for me, let him try out stuff in October, November, March onwards, qualifies for the AFC Asian Cup 2027. That counts. Promote your website. Yeah, I should do that. arunfoot.com. When a team perform well, automatically sponsor a track. But right now, I see we're struggling. We've had good games, good matches. Nobody came forward. Morally, that those things are easy to say. Sometimes I get frustrated with Gurpreet, but deep down, I know we don't have a better shot stopper who can hold nerves at international stage. That's the problem. That is the problem, Deepak. Very well understood, Steam match for East Bengal FC job. Manolo, don't. Hockey will be more popular in football in India the way things are going. Orithro, if you think, I mean, hockey has been popular, more successful than Indian football earlier. It has been successful also for the last 3 years since the last Olympics in Tokyo in 2021. But hockey is much smaller than football. Football is the second biggest sport, and even kabaddi with all the stats and then whatever your people hit out. Football is the second biggest sport in India. That's a reality. You celebrate with the team after Taiwan? Yeah, Thailand win. Yeah, actually went to the team hotel, spoke with the players, and yeah, spoke with Steve and others, and yeah, great. We Indians have a tendency to clap on few foreigners' statements about Indian football, especially when they say we are sleeping giant, which I feel is quite wrong. We are not giant, nor we are sleeping. Geron Rare, I think when the statement was made by Sepp Blatter in 2007, the then FIFA president, I happened to be there. He made it in South Africa, and he was looking at me and certain other people in the room who were either Indian or Indian origin, and he said, "Don't forget me." And so the statement was, "Don't forget me, India," in front of the world of football. He said, "Don't forget India. Don't forget India. We need to look at India. India is a giant, but this giant is sleeping." And he was then sleeping. And somehow we need to wake this giant up. He actually was acting on that stage. And it was, India was never discussed at that FIFA level, or rarely was it discussed at a global level. And therefore, this is something which I have to compliment him for at the time, what he did. Thanks a lot for your live. Time to leave. Bye, Akash. See you soon. Remember, the good performance means shell-shocking results. That mean beating ancient giants. No, good performance to me doesn't mean surprise shock results against Big Ace. To me, good performance means also that we regularly beat our rivals who we are struggling to beat at the moment. So what's the actual scenario of underage national teams and grassroots after World Cup 2017? We have gone back. Our grassroots program, I'm not sure. I think one factor needs to be mentioned, which is there, and that is COVID. I think COVID has not helped Indian football, to be very, very honest. COVID has caused a lot of disruption in the Indian system, in the Indian sporting system, and especially at youth level. But overall, our youth national teams are not better than they were before. And I think our best was the under-17 World Cup squad with some other teams in the past. Do you think certain countries are not good in certain sports? Our foundation are poor? I would think so, yes, Murali, if you ask me that way. Right, 1 hour, 17 minutes. It's 7:32 p.m. here in Germany, 11:02 p.m. in India. So slowly coming to an end today on a day that Mohun Bagan Super Giant won against Northeast United 3-2 in a comeback win. Exciting game to watch. Let's see what happens in the coming days. That is something. 1 second, let me see. Hello, Nava. I think JFC and KC only Kolkata Derby are pulling crowds. Others look like new clubs with new fans. I think, those teams are. But again, Mumbai does it in a smaller scale. Mohammedan will most probably do it. I didn't see many fans today. At the Salt Lake Stadium, so therefore even that logic term, Kerala Blasters at 25,000. Again, if you set different standards, you have to keep those standards. Without it, football is the second popular sport in India. In many states, it's the main sport, except North and Central Hindi belt. Football has its own. Yeah, Akash, totally agree. Indian government supporting Indian football, but COVID and few other things changed the game. Yep. You're right. Is weather in Germany constant or frequent changing? It just changes, right? Slowly. Yesterday it was feeling like summer. Today was like a transition day. And tomorrow it starts raining and starts getting cold. I think over the weekend they said daytime temperatures of 10 degrees and night temperatures of 3-4 degrees. So welcome to autumn. Second goal was foul in my opinion, but the referee can't see from that position that yellow on Liston should be red. Okay. The first one is fine. The second one, no, I think the yellow is okay. Right. Slowly coming to an end, guys, for the day. As I said, nearly 1 hour, 20 minutes. As always, like, share, and subscribe arunfoot here on YouTube. Follow my other social medias, especially I'm active on X or on Instagram. Follow arunfoot.com. Also visit me here and to me, watch the videos or please do watch the videos. That's the correct way to address you guys in regard to the videos that I'm trying to do on a daily basis in regard to what's happening in Indian football, and therefore, slowly coming to an end. So thanks a lot, guys, and I'll be back tomorrow night. Like, share, subscribe, Arunfoot. Good night.